When I DIY, I like to listen to the DIY Chameleon guys.
Hello, welcome, DIY Chameleon people. Yes, we're working on the intro here. So, hey, James, how's it going over there?
Hey, Bill, what's up? How are you doing?
Oh, well, I had a busy week, launched a course and all that kind of stuff, but it's good to be here back in the garage and seeing what kind of stuff you got going on.
Well, it's been a long week. Work is going crazy right now. Summertime, all the trades are coming in. Working on a bank, trying to get this thing done, turned out. But I've always got time for you guys.
All right, well, James, we have a nice long list of very cool projects and episodes to work on. What are we going to go over today?
I thought we'd just change it up a little bit. I'm always asking if we could bring some of your own stuff to us.
Yeah.
And I keep waiting for someone to answer the call, and most people just don't do it because they get a little too intimidated to come on film. But I've got a longtime friend, Stephanie Payne, who's been doing some amazing things around her house, and I've given her some advice in the past, and I've been watching her put together this cage for it seems like forever. Um, and getting little snippets of it. Well, I'll be darned, Bill. Guess what? She
What?
finished it. She finished it. But she didn't just
Anytime
finish
a
it, Bill.
project is finished, it's like the heavens open up.
Oh my gosh. I was so blown away on how she put this thing together. It's just gonna blow your mind. And so I figured, what the heck? Let's see if we can get Stephanie to go on the show. And guess what?
What?
She said yes.
What?
Can you believe it?
All right. Well, you've brought on a guest. Well, in that
I
case,
did it.
let's go ahead and bring her up.
Okay.
Hello, Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Of course, if James. Well, Bill too. I mean,
Well, okay. You know what? I'm just here for the looks.
very excited because James. No, that's awesome. I was very honored, obviously, and you guys have done such wonderful work in the chameleon community. It's beyond awesome to know you guys and be a part of this community.
That's awesome to hear. Well, I've been watching you for a long time try to get that habitat put together, and I guess you finished it, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, there's still little details left to do. I think I want to do the outside, do one more coat of polyurethane on the outside, and I keep forgetting to paint the legs.
All right. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, you two. Me and the rest of the audience need to catch up. What are we talking about?
Right?
Oh,
We're talking about a cage for her panther. What's his name, Steph?
Kahuna. Yeah,
I know Kahuna.
We all know Kahuna.
Yes, adorable little baby.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, at least for right now, let's go ahead and turn on the light so we can see what this is.
Wow.
Oh.
Look at that.
All right. Are you able to open the door so we can see in? I assume
That's another
Kahuna's
thing
not.
I'll have to do. I have to put on the hinges. And
Oh.
because my house, so I'm like, that is the very last thing I'm doing. So that's easy to do.
Okay.
Wow. That
look at that.
turned out fantastic. Well, what I'd like to do is go over how you did it.
All right. Yeah. So I started with just 2 French doors.
Yeah, there they are.
Yeah.
So what I want to know is, how did 2 French doors decide to become a cage?
Wait, this is how it started?
Yeah.
This is how it started.
So my neighbors, I live, they were construction, and they're always throwing away these awesome things. And I saw the French doors in the dumpster, and I was like, okay, those look kind of cool. And I was thinking how Kahuna likes to look out his window sometimes. I have a little free roaming area when I do his enclosure once a week. I put him out so I don't really bother him. And he's always likes to look out the window. And I thought maybe if I somehow make an enclosure with a window kind of looking out the window, maybe he would like that. So I saw these and was like, I wonder if I can make an enclosure out of that. And kind of that's how it began.
Okay, so
Nope.
my question for you now is, how did you come about using them for your enclosure? Did you build your frame first, or did you put the doors? Were the
Yeah,
doors the starting point?
yeah. So I first got the doors as a side, and then I got the plywood, big plywood, and put them, secured them to the doors,
Uh huh.
and then kind of made they were kind of not really as wide as I would have liked, so I added a couple more inches
Uh-huh.
with 2x4s and basically, yeah, 2x4s and then extra trim and stuff. So it widened it a couple more inches.
Okay, so you screwed your plywood to the back, to the doors on the side. Did you use the full length of the?
Windows.
Uh huh.
Uh,
So Bill, go to picture two.
picture two. Bill goes to picture two.
I don't know if you can see. There's the windows.
Let's see. Do. Is this the one?
Bingo.
Yep.
So there you have that. You can see the doors on the sides,
Oh, I see. I see. Okay.
and then
Yep.
you can see the plywood on the back,
Yeah.
and I can see where she cut off the bottom to make the doors smaller.
Yeah. Okay. I see
And it
that.
looks like you've screwed some plywood to the bottom of that, right, Stephanie?
Yep.
And then you screwed the doors to some 2x4s to make it wider.
Yes.
So now that you've added some fillers to the side, you have to make a front.
Yes. And that yeah, very challenging.
That's the part that's really, really kind of cool, the way you did that. Now, what I need to ask you is, what is the wood that you use to make that frame in the front?
I believe it's pine
Uh-huh. But is
uh,
it a molding?
molding.
Is it?
Well, I forgot to add that a lot of this stuff is uh, secondhand stuff. So it's
Uh-huh.
not like I got it at the hardware store. Um, you know, just
That's
kind
what
of
makes it so unique, Steph.
picked it up wherever I found it. Even that top piece up there, I pulled it off a piece of furniture that was getting thrown out.
Uh-huh.
But the trim I went and bought though.
Okay.
Uh,
So that's a trim piece that's around the face frame of it, correct?
yeah, in this picture.
Okay. That's what I'm wondering. And that looks like about a 2.5 inch piece of material.
Hmm.
Um, and then it looks like you built a table underneath it.
Yeah. So I added like little ledges.
Uh-huh.
Um, the I think I sent a picture in about with the little in grooves so I could lay a table on top. I just put it all around the doors and the plywood back the lip where
Uh,
it on top of.
so you made a cleat to go all the way around it.
Yes, if that's what the term.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which picture is this?
I think I gave it to you. It's
Mm-mm. I don't think it's in here.
probably for this one. If I did,
Yeah, it's not in here.
pictures. I didn't want to overload you. I
Okay. Well,
I
I should have
Huh,
known.
Bill? Flex Seal's catching on, Bill.
It's
Yeah.
not just James.
yep.
Stephanie flexed it.
Yes, I did.
Uh
um, Yeah, that and silicone too.
Awesome. That is so awesome.
Yeah, a lot.
Okay, so now I'm going to go to the next picture. It's got a tarp in front of it. But I'm seeing the bottom where you made some doors.
Yeah, the cabinet doors. The tarp was because this thing was originally outside because it was so didn't have room for it inside, especially with all the sanding and everything. I just had to leave it out there for a while, so I covered it with a tarp.
So,
Um,
so were you building this on your porch?
yeah, my
Ah,
back.
good deal.
Yeah,
There
there
we
it is.
go. And so it looks to me like you used the same molding to make another frame for the bottom.
Yep.
And then you made something Bill hates more than anything in the world.
I
Huh?
love doors. I just not
Bill,
haven't
look at
been that great at
Stephanie's
making them.
doors. Look at Stephanie's doors, Bill.
I know they look
You
great.
can do it, buddy. I know you can.
Oh
They're
man.
hard. Yeah, like it's.
Huh?
I kind of lucked out a lot, I think, or messed up and just redid it. Like that. I guess I don't get mad at myself when I mess up a lot, and
You,
I
whoa,
just
whoa, 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 whoa. Those aren't that's not messing up. That is learning how
yeah
to build things. And
yeah.
so the only way that we can do this and become better at it is to give it a shot. And what you've done there, Stephanie, is just off. It's just amazing. I know how creative you are because I've seen a lot of stuff that you've done over the last couple of years, and boy, you just really knocked it out of the park. Doing this without having construction experience is it's just unbelievable, unbelievable how you were able to think ahead and put this process together. I'm just It just gets better, Bill. Wait till you see the next part. Okay, now it looks like Stephanie's got some primer done. She's got the doors painted. Look, now you can look closely and see those frames that she made a face frame to go around it to inset the doors and her paneling to. Now, with somebody with no construction experience, how the heck did you come up with that, Steph?
Uh, the panel.
How did you come up with the face frame idea?
I guess like trim was really in my mind. Like just trim it, just add trim, just add trim. It kind of just made itself. I was like, I got a piece of plywood that cut, the um, amount that I needed for the cabinets, and and then just added trim all the way around, and that's pretty much what made uh, majority of all the detail. I almost feel like I don't want to take credit because it's really the trim that makes it look so pretty.
Yeah, no, that the trim is just a vehicle to the ends of the means. That turned out awesome.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Now, I think we jumped steps dramatically because
Okay.
last time we checked in, there was like a very plain plywood door with some trim, and now,
Yeah, I did a lot of app plates, little details that I put. There's one on the side, and there's a couple on the thing.
So your accent pieces?
Yeah, accent pieces. Anyway, so yeah, I have these like little decorative things. I think I got these on Etsy. So I guess people carve out little things and little wood pieces.
Yeah, I forget the name of that.
And that's I put a knob on top.
oh, that is beautiful.
So that's just glued on. I mean the knob is screwed
Is
in.
glued to it.
Yeah, but otherwise I just use
So
like glue.
does the knob go all the way through the wood and screw in from the back? Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you now it looks like we have a coat of primer on the outside, and we have What is that on the inside, Stephanie?
Well, I
It,
added like
it looks black in there.
yeah, it's black and well brown. I added so the first layer of trying to seal this thing was epoxy. No, I'm sorry, um, dry lock, and
Okay.
so I used dry lock and then mixed it with Quickcrete, which
Okay.
a coloring kind of thing. I got it in black, brown, and gray, I think. So I used the brown one and mixed it in with the dry lock because I didn't want it gray. And it, and oh, I'm sorry. The first layer was Flex Seal, and I didn't want black uh, glossiness throughout the whole thing. So I did the dry lock in the brown and painted the inside.
And so
Uh,
when you mix this dry lock, does it literally like paint on?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Very chunky at first. You really have to mix it. It kind of like settles and kind of bloops together. So as longer it sits, so you just have to stir it a really long time till it's smooth and normal looking. And yeah, it's a little thicker than paint, but it's pretty much the same concept.
So you got a base coat of Flex Seal, and then you put dry lock over the top of it.
Hmm. And silicone in the corners.
Okay. And then what did you do for the outside?
Polyurethane.
Polyurethane. So
So
you used a polyurethane sealer on the outside of it.
yes, I've
Okay.
had good luck with it with my other enclosures on the outside because I
Oh.
have a dart frog enclosure, kind of similar style as this one, and it held out pretty good so far. So I thought it was why not? It worked out, so I'm still gonna use it.
All right, what is the plan for drainage?
So I kind of forgot to mention this. I arched the platform, the table part, just ever so slightly to the front. So the water will just bead to the front, and then I have in the middle. I kind of lucked out with this. It drains like right in the middle. Um, I drilled a hole. I think 1 inch hole or 1 and a quarter inch, and I got a kitchen pipe that drainage pipe that you.
Okay.
Oops. Oh, I have it in my.
No, that's okay. James has showed us this so many times. He'll just go to grab back there and grab some kitchen pipe.
Yeah, so I basically the there and pipe and screen on top. So basically, all the water just flows to the front and falls into that bucket.
Okay.
So is this what you use, Stephanie? A little drain piece?
Yes.
Okay. And you didn't use the clamp or an actual drain. You just literally glued this guy right to the top, to the hole.
Yeah. Well, it has a lip around the top, so I just stuck it in
A lip
there,
like this?
yeah, like a little rim around it. And
Uh-huh.
then I siliconed around the. I put window screen on top, so no dirt can get through.
Okay.
I had Leica balls. So to stop them from going through, I put screen and then did the silicone to seal it.
Okay. And then you just drop right into your bucket right there in front.
Yep.
Okay. The next thing I'm seeing here, and I've got to know where you got this piece from. It's just amazing. And I know you fished it out of the trash somewhere. Um, but this piece is really captures the essence of what you're doing. Um, I mean, explain this to me, please.
Yeah, so I was driving in a neighborhood, and they had this dresser out there, and it had this on top, and I just drive by, and I'm like, Oh my god, it was the width, perfect width that I needed. And I pull up and I'm looking and I'm like, oh my god, I have a screwdriver in my car. So I grab the screwdriver and I undo the little screws that were attaching it, and yanked it off and took it home with me, and it fit perfectly. I didn't have
That
to do
is just that thing is just perfect.
Oh, it's
that.
beautiful.
Isn't it amazing how sometimes things just come together?
It happens a lot to me.
It's not a plan. You
Yeah.
just did it, and that's what's called being creative. That's really awesome. It's just amazing how you were able to pull that together. And so you brought this thing home and you painted her up. Now, where did you come up with the color idea for this?
Well, aqua's my favorite color. Kahuna.
Okay.
It was my colors in my wedding. My other enclosure is the same type of style. So I eventually want to move all my enclosures in the same room, so they all look, um, like they're matching. And I plan to redo Kahuna's existing enclosure the same style.
Pull back and let's see what that sucker looks like on top of this cage.
All right, this is awesome.
Wow. Would
There
you
we
look
go.
at that? I mean, that clinches the deal.
Yeah, I was just so shocked once things started to like make sense and come together.
Well, that's what being creative is all about. So let me ask this. Now that you've got the aqua on there, it looks like you used it almost looks like gold leaf, but is it a shiny gold paint that you
Yeah.
use? And
Yep.
and did you just rub that on or did you paint it on?
I painted it on. It's just a silvery paint, basically. It's really easy to use, and I did do try to use some gold leaf stuff on this, but I didn't like how it turned out, so I stopped using it, and just continued with the gold paint. I used the gold paint on the Dark Frog hutch too, so I knew how to work with it. So it
Just
was
the accent is just it just does it. It makes it pop.
Yeah,
yeah.
the color and the inside and the outside and the accent gold is just gorgeous.
Yeah, there's a lot of you know, like blending. There
Hmm. What
kind of
what'd you call that?
what was that?
Blending?
Yeah,
Blending? Bill, remember
blending.
blending?
Well,
Remember blending from
yes, I remember blending.
what? Okay, sorry, Stephanie. Sometimes I got to, twist Bill's big toe just to.
Yeah, he's got. Yes, I was listening during that episode.
I'm just making sure you were paying attention, Bill.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Check up on me.
Stephanie was blending the paint, Bill.
Blended yes, well, okay. So she's
Okay,
just
okay, I'm just okay.
she's
All
an
right,
A
let's go to
plus
that next
student.
picture, Bill, because this is when it starts getting really interesting, and I'm lost. Stephanie just went right over my head with this next picture. This is where Stephanie took this cage and made it 10 times what I could do.
Well, we need to figure out what's going on here.
Look at that.
Yep. So those are rub-on transfers. I get these on ST. I think R something design, something like that, rustic design. And there's a couple good companies out there that have really good quality rub-on transfers. So
So let me
these,
ask this. Is it a sticker?
yes and no. It's basically it's has pictures three parts. There's wax paper, and then the sticker opposite of a sticker, like so the stickiness is on the good side. Um,
Okay.
I guess, and then it's on a piece of paper, some sort of paper, and what you do is you would take that white part off,
Uh
and
huh.
then it's just the sticker and the transparency, and you lay it on where you want, and then you rub. and it takes a lot of patience because it doesn't just come off very easily. You have to do it very slowly, and you have to keep looking, because if you tear too fast, it will rip it, and because it's very very delicate, kind of like the gold flaky stuff,
Gold
like
leaf.
gold leaf. Yeah. It's
Yep.
And you got
kind
a lot of
of a little strong.
topography there. This isn't a flat surface. The way
Yeah,
opposite of
you
those flat
really
surface.
had to rub it into the nooks and crannies.
Yes, yeah. So it's a lot of patience, and the flatter parts were obviously very easy.
So is it
Easy.
rubbery? Is it rubbery? I mean, it obviously it's going to be, it bends around the corners. So
Yeah, well, like I said, it kind of is like that gold stuff.
yeah, gold leaf.
Gold leaf.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, it almost kind of feels like if I just took it off, it would be like that
Okay,
flimsy.
okay.
Um, and yeah, you just lay it on, and I do it piece by piece, because you can't really just take the whole white part off and stick it. You have to do little areas, because then it would just overlap and crease, and um, not fit perfectly. So
Just amazing. And so, is there several layers to it? Is it got like the first layer and then the color that's on, or is it all one piece? Um,
well, it comes in like patterns. Like this one is a floral bouquet, and they I just cut. It comes in like a big sheet, and I just cut
out
what I
what you want to
use.
use. Okay.
There you go. Look at that detail. Wow.
Wow is right. That is just flipping amazing. Okay, Steph, I'm sending my cages to you for you to purdy them up.
I already talked about doing this as a community. So yeah,
I
we've got.
know we're gonna
I'll
have
pick.
to rent a
Send them.
garage somewhere and all get together and build one cage.
That's right.
That would be so much fun, actually.
It
um,
just it's mind-boggling how beautiful it looks. Like you hand painted that.
yeah,
Look
yeah,
at that
it's
little bird up there.
Yeah. Yeah. I
butter.
thought this was painted.
I seriously thought it was hand painted. I
Yeah,
really did.
there are some areas that are painted, because I did mess up on peeling it, so I would hand paint. Um,
Uh-huh.
like I said, the blending was a lot of work too. With there was a lot of colors to make it like worn looking, more distressed,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
uh, around the edges and corners and stuff. And I even painted. You saw the first one was white, and then I painted it yellow, and then I painted it the teal color.
It,
And then when you sand it, it reveals all those different little colors that are
Oh
underneath.
man. That.
yeah.
Oh, I
I
want to learn
know.
how to do that.
A
Yeah,
lot.
it's
There's a
just
lot.
just unbelievable, Steph. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. And what I love about it, Stephanie, is you took something that was not even a thing, then you turned it into a thing, and then you made it look like an old thing. How the heck? Right? It looks like that looked like it came out of 19th century, you know.
Well, yeah. Is this Victorian?
I know. I feel like the king
I-
and queen are about to walk in. Just
Yeah.
amazing.
I don't know my decorations, but it that's what it looks like to
it's
me.
eclectic, but I would like it to look Victorian.
Well,
So
it turned out absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The outside was a lot of fun. I mean, the inside was a lot of fun too, but the outside is, I have more experience. Well, no, because I'm into plants too, but um, I guess I just more arts. You can get into more art that way with the outside.
Yeah.
okay. So this is my favorite question to ask. Let's talk about the door. How did you make the door, and what was the decision points in making the door?
Well, I wanted it very similar to Kahuna's Enclosure, where it's just one big door. Because I thought about doing, a dual French door style. but I felt like that would just be annoying, and I didn't really want to, have a problem with seeing through this. So I just wanted one door, and obviously cutting the corners are the trickiest part. Um,
The miters.
yeah, I that was probably the hardest. To get them just perfectly 90 degrees or whatever it is. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then I added these little decorative pieces that I can show you right there on the corner.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I love those. You just add a little detail, and then all the blending.
Uh,
Blending.
yeah. Yeah.
Blending. um, yeah. So, uh, and I chose I guess it's like 1/4 inch chicken wire
Mm-hmm.
uh, for the screen. It's the same stuff. I have a big roll of it, so I doubt I'll use anything else anytime soon. Um, and I just kind of use like staples to staple them into place on the back. Uh, and it was that door was easy to do, surprisingly.
Oh,
The
Wait,
oh, I'm
it's
sorry.
got a back
What was
door?
that? What was that step? It was
the cabinet
easy?
harder.
It was easy?
Well, no,
Yeah.
wait a minute. What back door are we talking about? We're talking about a back door?
No.
Are there secret compartments here?
The top door, cabinet doors, and then the top main
Okay.
enclosure.
Oh,
So
man. All right. So this is absolutely gorgeous. We're going to be closing it off today, talking about the outside, and we're going to come back next episode to talk about how Stephanie did the inside. But for this episode, is there anything else that we want to talk about as to how to put together that exterior?
just patience, and don't get mad at yourself, or not try something just because you're intimidated. Just I kind of like just think about what my next step is, and get the plans together and get it set up for that first step, and then I'll take the next step. So I try not to go too far ahead. Just keep it simple.
And how much construction experience do you have, Stephanie?
Not much. Well, I mean, I guess I grew up. My dad used to build houses when he was younger, and when I was little, I always used to help him. He, redid the attic and redid the basement, did all these household things, and I always was by him. And I guess I kind of learned a little bit from him. Um, but I guess just wanting to try, you know, to see if I can do things, build things myself, was really the you know kicker of why I started to do this.
Awesome. So you know what she did, Bill?
What'd you do?
She just built it.
James, if there is one piece of advice you would have for any of our listeners before we say goodbye, what would it be?
Just build it.
Of course. All right, everybody. Stephanie, thank you very much for being here. James, have a
Absolutely.
great week. And everybody out there, as James says, just build it.
Bye, guys.
Bye.